The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, they'll look to attack, but with efficiency. They want to push the action, but they also want to make the most out of their possessions. They feel that's the key to being competitive on a consistent basis. And behind the bench, we'll get to see Coach Alvin Gentry, one of the best offensive minds in the game, Shaq.
Yeah, I played for him briefly when I was in Phoenix, but when it comes to generating points, he understands how to put guys in positions to succeed.
Well, the numbers that Gentry's teams have put up can be staggering. He really knows how to get those schemes to those guys to get them open.
And now with tip-off coming up shortly, we go courtside to Kevin Harlan.
The action always in full swing near the French Quarter, and tonight is no different here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. And tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Middleton in at small forward. And for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the 3. Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up, because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself, because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know it. Now, here's Matthews. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Here's Bledsoe. Passes it to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Matthews gets it to go.
Excellent demonstration there of squaring himself up towards the basket. Matthews knocking it down from deep.
Ball, the pass to Favors. About a minute played so far here in the first. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, you know, what a season for the Bucks last year. Best record in the East, best record overall in the league. The team cruised during the regular season to win 60 games.
Second free throw, no good. Hey, Clark, those 60 wins for the Bucks, the most since 1980.
You know, start to finish, this team was a force. Had a great approach on both ends of the floor. Fun to watch. No glaring weaknesses, and a game plan that works for them. Future's bright there.
Here's Ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Ingram. Unloads from 13. And the Pelicans miss again.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Antetokounmpo again.
Oh! Smash. Talk about bringing it. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Now here's Williamson. Here's Favors. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Bledsoe against Ball. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the game. Free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
Well, no doubt now the Bucks are an elite team in the East. Not only the best record in the league, but getting all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals as well. This team has a bright future and will be a force in the years ahead.
Now here is Holiday. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And the Bucks got a lot of big wins, Clark, throughout the season.
They sure did. The Bucks were outstanding all year long. Had a very tough series against the Raptors in the East Final and ended up getting bounced out. But tell you what, this Milwaukee Bucks team, they're going to be in the hunt for championships several years going forward.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
He hits the second from the line. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Holiday brings the double team. Matthews finds Lopez. Bledsoe against Ball. Off target with his 3.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
That's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton left side. Shoots over Ingram, and it's denied.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
Now, here's Ball. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Mark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on.
Take a break.
Pursue the
Take a
ball.
break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Some changes for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Yeah, and as a coaching staff, you feel helpless here. There's nothing you can do about it. You just hope they snap out of the rut.
Connaughton kicks to Korver. Clock at 6. Here's Connaughton. They get it back. He gets that one.
Hey, offensive rebound, positioning is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the chase.
Now here's Redick. 1:46 left here in the opening quarter. And Derek Favors with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Hart, no good. Bucks leading by 3. Giannis, no good. The Pelicans have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. He's in the post. Ilyasova on him. Here's Favors. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. The drive by Hill. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Tell you what, George Hill is one of my favorite players to watch. A veteran point guard. He's bounced around a bit the last few seasons, but he gives you leadership, toughness, a cool demeanor, and he's one of the smartest players I've ever been around. Brings value to every team that he plays on.
That free throw, no good.
You know, the former late first-round pick, Hill, has really developed into a reliable shooter and wing defender. He's got good speed, gets to the rim with ease, and passes the ball well, too.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Hayes. 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. Redick with the 3, rebounded by the Bucks.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Yeah, I love how fast Korver shoots the ball. Doesn't even think about it, just terrific instincts.
12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Redick. New Orleans moving it around. And so it's Milwaukee bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Adetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got George Hill, Ilyasova out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Williams against Ilyasova. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket, one of the most mobile guys in the game.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Hart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Hayes the pass to Hart. There's the three. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hill finds Antetokounmpo. Here's Connaughton. Three-pointer. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. And the Bucks lead by 15.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Now here's Hayes. Over Korver. And again, unable to change momentum here. Milwaukee leading by 15. Giannis kicks to Connaughton. Count that bucket. He's got 5.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Clark, you love players that can put up double-doubles, and we've got a lot of them in the NBA.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Joel Embiid comes to mind. You think about Anthony Davis. Who's on your list, Kevin? I know you cover the league so closely. Who else is in that group?
Well, I know at the top of the list was Andre Drummond at Detroit.
That's right. That's right. He had, he was about 80% of his games in the double-double ledger.
And Rudy Gobert, Utah was up there as well, I think number 2. So we've got these big men helping in a lot of ways, which they need to do. Some changes for New Orleans. Williamson is checked in for Hayes. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Holiday in for J.J. Redick. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. Wesley Matthews checked in for Pat Connaughton. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Hill. Stolen by Middleton. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Pelicans trail by 17. Ingram passes to Holiday. Kicks the ball. Will it go? And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Ball's got his first points in this one. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Bucks. There's the pass to Lopez. There's the dish to Middleton. Right side, Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Matthews. Second shot opportunity, and Giannis will lay it in. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Ball finds Holiday. Here's Williamson. He can't get that one, and Milwaukee the other way now.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Matthews passes to Lopez. Yep, it counts. And the Bucks lead by 19.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Clark, many fans thought Brook Lopez might have lost it after his stint with Los Angeles, but, you know, he was reborn after joining the Bucks.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start re-energizes you and helps you change your game. This guy was, though, a 20-point scorer a night in the past, so he can put it in the basket. He didn't get those kind of numbers with the Bucks, but really was exactly what they needed as a big guy who could shoot the three and also be a rim protector inside.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Okay. Well, Clark, what a year it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo last season. He took everything to the next level from the get-go. He became a top player in the NBA.
And you know what, guys? Early on, you could see it and you could feel it. It was going to be a special year for Giannis because his progression and development, his hunger, his commitment, his work ethic, all of that helped him become the MVP of the league against a pretty competitive field of MVP candidates.
.124 left to play here in the second quarter. Holiday against Matthews. Holiday looking for an opening. Here's Favors, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's 7'3" wingspan, extraordinary. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And another thing they've done right from the start is converting a lot of those second chance opportunities. Those can be hard to come by sometimes. And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
Milwaukee shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one at the line is good.
You know, one of the things I'd like to see Bledsoe improve on is his passing. Other than that, I think his overall game is pretty solid.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Pelicans. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Ilyasova's checked in. Bledsoe hits them both. 32 seconds left here in the second. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. And here is Ingram. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The know-how that Ingram has, I mean, well aware that the defense is going to hack him in these situations, he just stays the course.
For New Orleans, they have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
2 shots.
No good on that one.
And really, guys, I can't put a ceiling on Ingram. I mean, with his length and his shooting stroke and work ethic, this is a guy who I think has the potential to be truly great.
Good on the second free throw. Holiday against Hill. Pass to Connaughton. Jacks up a 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break? Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And so it's Milwaukee, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through two quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots, and it's Favors in its center. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Williamson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now Ball, following the three-point attempt by Wesley Matthews. Ball with it. Just 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Williamson's got his first basket.
Good vision that time by Ball. You leave somebody open around him, and he's going to get the ball to him.
Lopez dishes to Middleton. Shoots over Ingram, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Ball kicks to Williamson. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Bledsoe finds Korver. Back to Bledsoe. Bucks passing it around. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now, here's Ball. Teardrop shot. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And Giannis throws it down.
And it's easy to see why Antetokounmpo could be MVP of this league. I mean, he can flat out dominate games at times.
Ball against Bledsoe. And the dunk by Williamson.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Rebound by Williams.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Hayes, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Redick comes in for Lonzo Ball. The Bucks also changing it up. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
Just because Lopez is a big guy doesn't mean he can't knock that down.
Here's Hart, guarded by Korver. Hart, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Connaughton. He's got 8. He kicks it to Hill. Fires for 3. But they recover it. 1:33 left in the third. The kick out to Lopez. 4 on the clock. Here's Korver for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Korver's got 6 points.
Perfect shooting form from K-squared, Kyle Korver. Man, is he a laser. Quick release and always gets himself squared up for the look.
Now here's Hayes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Puts one up from 19. Redick with the bucket.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Passes to Korver. Here's Connaughton, covered by Redick. Here's Connaughton. Now Korver, count it. He's got 8.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Hart the pass to Alexander Walker. And Redick kicks to Williams. Pass to Alexander Walker. With his first shot attempt. That one a little long. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Hill, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And I think the mid-range spot of the floor is where Hill excels most. He knocks down that shot with great regularity.
And here's Redick. Here's Hayes. Off target with that shot. And so it's Milwaukee with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Hill is out there with Kyle Korver. Then it's Ilyasova. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Here's Alexander Walker. And he lays it straight in.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Brown kicks to Hill. Looking for Korver. He gets it there. Count the basket.
And Korver is a fantastic scorer. Even when the D is on him, he makes these interior shots look easy with that quick release.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Wilson, he's checked in for Milwaukee. The free throw drops for Korver.
Tell you what, you've got to get to Korver right away. This guy has unlimited range and a lightning-quick release.
Right wing. Here's Okafor. And it's sent back by Lopez. Here's Brown. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 4th assist in this one.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Now here's Okafor. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Here's Brown. And the layup's good off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Moore against Wilson. Now here's Moore. And the pass to Alexander Walker. There's Williams with the 3. Can't hit that one. Milwaukee's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Hill finds Lopez. Knocked loose. Here's Alexander Walker. Williams takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Pass to Wilson. There's Brown with the 3. But they get it back. They get the rebound. Korver passes to Brown. 5 to shoot. Back to Korver from deep 3-point range. Here's Wilson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for George Hill. So he gets them both. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Alexander Walker passes to Okafor. The fader off the left rim and out. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's DiVincenzo.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Moore outside. Poked away. It's stolen by Brown. Here's DiVincenzo. On the wing, Korver over Moore. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Pelicans shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Moore. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Kyle Korver. And not just a long-range gunner, but Etuan Moore also blessed Greg with one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane that makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
First free throw is good. And so Moore nails both of them. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Now here's Moore. The kick out to Williams. And the Pelicans miss again.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bucks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
Now here's Brown. 5 on the clock, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
The massive size of Lopez just puts defenses in a pickle. When he's that close, you just have to foul him.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
He's perfect from the line this time. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Moore against Corver. Moore dishes to Williams. Moore with it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Alexander Walker. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Brown trying to free himself up. Shot's good by Wilson.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Okafor. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Now Brown. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.